Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Emerging Franchise Brands Podcast. I'm your host, Frank Fiume, here live at the IFA2024 National Convention, and looking forward to interviewing some folks at this year's event. Jesse Kaiser from Kaiser Enterprises. Jesse, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing great. Great to see you again. Jesse was on the podcast not that long ago.
Yeah, we got a lot of great feedback on the podcast. Good questions. People like the questions you asked.
A great guest.
Oh, well, thanks.
So, Jesse, you're going to be you're part of the multi-unit franchise conference that's actually coming up next month, right, in Vegas?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, I'm very honored. I'm the chair of this year's conference. It's March 19th through the 22nd in Las Vegas. multiunitfranchiseconference.com.
Who would be a great attendee first time for this multi-unit franchise conference?
So this is the largest franchisee conference that there is. There's other conferences like the IFA, which is more heavily franchisor, and then there's like franchise expos, which are the tire kickers and the emerging, like I'm thinking about becoming a franchisee. This is, you already got a signed FDD, you got one location, you got many locations open. The spirit of it is that you want to run your locations more efficiently and hopefully have more locations and sometimes even more brands. I've picked up 2 brands at this conference.
Wow. Jesse, what are you hoping to get out of this year's IFA?
This year's IFA, just some new ideas. You know, I really liked Deion Sanders yesterday, and so we always have our manager and area manager meetings where we just celebrate our wins, right? If there's an issue, I need to know about it right away. We fix issues. So when we have our weekly scheduled meetings, hopefully there's no issues because we've already addressed them. So it's our time to celebrate and have wins. But he came up with, dotting the I's, crossing the T's. So we're going to have a new segment in our manager meetings where we're dotting the I's, crossing the T's, and we're talking about what we cleaned up and fixed. So not only was it a win, but, I had this problem. Here's how I fixed it.
That's awesome. All right, I got one more question. You mentioned Deion Sanders. Yeah. Deion talked about what is your rabbit, right? There's that mechanical rabbit in the dog track, and it's the why. What was your rabbit?
Oh, yeah, that's easy. I knew that one right away. For the last 5 years, my rabbit has been collecting and obtaining capabilities. Sometimes they're my capabilities that I develop. More times than not, they're other people's capabilities that I either help them develop or I just recognize that they have that capability and I want to be a part of it and get access to that capability. So my rabbit is I'm chasing after capabilities. And here's a hidden secret. The IRS cannot tax you on capabilities.
Nice, Jesse. Jesse, thanks so much for being on. I appreciate it. Wish you all the best. Thank you for tuning into the Emerging Franchise Brands Podcast. For additional insights, guest applications, and to stay connected, visit us at EFBpodcast.com. The Emerging Franchise Brands Podcast is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed do not necessarily represent those of Emerging Franchise Brands, its host Frank Fiume, or Emerging Franchise Group, LLC. Any discussed franchise or investment opportunity requires thorough investigation, obtaining proper disclosure documents, and expert consultation before making any investment decisions. The podcast and its host do not offer professional advice or endorsements, and they hold no responsibility for actions, representations, accuracy, or consequential damages related to the podcast content.